Hello everybody, and welcome to a special video, the first of its kind, at least on my channel. We're gonna look at this game that is not out yet. By the time this video goes up, which I estimate will be tomorrow, that is Monday, it'll be only the day before the game came out, so it's not much of a preview. But I really wanted to just try and get this game out there before it came out, even just a day before, because I think it looks really, really cool, and I want to share it with a lot of people. And they got a free demo on Steam that you can check out, and that's what I'm going to be playing here for you today. Just the very beginning of the game, I imagine. I don't know. This could be some random parts of the games just all gathered in one area for the sake of the demo. I don't know, but I'm really excited about it, and I wanted to show you guys. So let's get started here with the demo for Titan Souls. As you can see, fairly simple controls here. You got a dodge roll, which if you hold it, then becomes a run. And you've got a bow and arrow, and you've got one arrow. So you shoot it, and you either have to run to it and pick it up, or you can shoot it, and then if you hold the arrow button again... Oh, we got caught on an edge there. But if you hold it again, you can kind of magneto the arrow back to you. Now, this game is, first of all, it's gorgeous, and I hope you can hear the music at least a little bit, because it's very beautiful. I love the art style. I love the ambient movement in the trees and the vines here. Again, the music is just phenomenal, and it's got a lot of really cool ideas. So, for starters, there are only bosses. By my understanding, there are only boss enemies in this game. No regular schmuck bait. For the sake of this demo, you start off in the middle of this cross here, and there are 3 bosses, to the right, to the left, and down. This is just a big doorway that does not open, at least yet. At least not yet. Now, let's go check out our first boss. Here's another thing, you have 1 health point. Now, that might sound frustrating, but believe me, when you see these bosses, you'll see that having one, you know, it doesn't feel very arbitrary, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. It's not like, you know, a bee stings you. Oh, you lost your 1 hit point, you know, that's it, you're dead. No, every death very much feels like it would be a death. And, conversely, to kind of even the scales, bosses only require 1 hit as well. And it kind of makes every encounter this adrenaline fuel. It's just a rush, like just a pure gaming rush. I love it a lot, and I'm really interested to see. So it also makes, you know, each boss kind of more puzzly too, like figure out the strategy, and then of course there's the execution element as well that isn't, you know, it isn't a puzzle game. But yeah, now each boss also starts out passive as you walk into the room and waits until you shoot it to start. So let's get started with this guy. Now, you may notice this guy is guarding his weak point there with his other fist, but if you figure out the trick, which in this case is switching sides of the field, he will alternate hands, and you can see it's exposed there for a minute. Oh, we missed. Gotta pull the arrow back. Oh. Oh, so close. There it is! And then when you hit the boss, everything goes black and white, the music cuts out, and you use the pull mechanic to pull it out of the boss, and then it just starts leaking. I don't know, the game's called Titan Souls, I'm going to assume these are souls. And as you can see, you know, they kind of all gather up in your character. Looks like a very powerful sequence. Although nothing, at least in this demo, changes about your character with each boss kill. But yeah, there you go. So that was the first one. And, oh man, it's such a... it's really hard to describe. Also, you can see now this right circle has lit up. It's such a rush to these fights that are so harrowing, because at any given moment, you know, it could be your last moment or theirs. And there's just something really exciting about shooting the arrow and, you know, finding time to pull it back or to get over to it. The whole thing just hits a lot of good buttons for me, and I'm very excited for the main game to come out in 2 days. Let's try boss number 2 here. Oh! Dodged into the laser beam there. This is a game where I imagine you're going to die a lot. I've already played through the demo like 3 or 4 times now because I love it so much. So that's why that first boss, you know, I think I got it on the first try anyway. And why it might not take me, but it took me several more attempts on my first try. And, you know, some people aren't gonna like that. Uh-oh, he's coming for me. You may notice he always fires on the 4th spin, and that's your chance to shoot him in the eyeball. Boom. Try number 2. Getting some more Titan souls! Now, one of my only... I have a couple concerns about the main game. Potential concerns, that is. I don't know how long it's going to be. This demo on the first run with these 3 tutorial bosses, I guess you could call them, or demo bosses, it took me 15 minutes, okay, on my first run, blind run. And that kind of makes me wonder, like, either bosses later are going to have to be a lot harder to figure out or to kill, which obviously there's going to be a natural progression, or a difficulty curve as you go along, like, you know, duh. But it's a question of, you know, how many bosses did they make? How... Oh, apparently trigger can be fired there if you would prefer that. Right trigger, maybe even left trigger. Nope, that's rolling. You can also kind of dash and swim faster in this little pool of water here. So length, you know, number of bosses, how long it's going to take people. It's going to be a $15 game. It's 10% if you 10% off if you pre-order it. So you know, it's not a full $60 AAA title, but still, you know, people are always concerned about the time investment versus dollar investment proposition, and I can appreciate that. So that's a question. And then, you know, having to walk back to the boss arena from the... You may have noticed when I died against the Cube Man, it started me back in that center area. I don't know if that's how it's going to be in the main game, but if it is, I might be concerned about that time it takes to get back to the boss for all these multiple attempts, you know? That said, I've noticed it kind of gives you some time to mull over what happened and maybe figure out a little bit more of the strategy as you go back instead of just throwing yourself at the wall over and over again. But on enough attempts with a hard enough boss, you know, I just don't know. We'll have to see. It's not a huge concern at the moment, just something to, you know, keep in mind. And here's the last boss of the demo, and I think my favorite, and you'll see why. And it makes me really excited for the potential future of the game, and I'll explain why after the fight, or maybe before I do it if it takes me a couple of tries. Let's go. Woo. We got Mother Brain in an ice cube here. Oh. Nope. Whoop, out of the way there. Wait. There it is. Okay, melted the ice. Come at me, Brain Man. Boom. And I really... the fact that they make you use the pull to, like, you know, struggle for a minute and then yank the arrow out and to have all those souls then come pouring out is so satisfying. I cannot emphasize... really, the demo's free. Go download it, try it out. It really... oh, it feels so good. Okay, but so what I was talking about with that boss, though, is they effectively... like I mentioned, each boss takes one hit, right? You know, one hit on the boss's weak point. But that boss, by putting the weak point, the whole, which is the whole brain, inside of that ice cube, they basically gave it 2 hit points. You know, you had to figure out the puzzle that it lit up the fire in the middle when sitting on one of those cardinal direction blocks, those flame blocks, and then you have to, you know, shoot the arrow through the fire to melt the ice, and then it's got a second hit, you gotta pull it back and then get the brain. And that makes me really excited for, you know, what kind of other ways clever ways might they come up with to give bosses, in effect, more health when they aren't actually making the boss take more hits, you know? But so, yeah, that's the last boss of the demo. We can walk up these big stairs, and open this big door. Also, really cool random tidbit I forgot to mention, just a really cool detail I like. You may notice these are stairs. You can't roll upstairs. It doesn't even let you try. But if you try and, like, roll into stairs, you just kind of hit your head. And as you just saw, if you roll downstairs, your character keeps rolling. And I think that's really cool. And, you know, now that I think about it, I hadn't thought about this before, actually, they might use that in certain boss arenas to make things easier or harder. Here we are at this big mysterious door opening. I don't know, in the main game, maybe each area is 4 bosses and you defeat the other 3 to fight the main boss, or I don't know, because as soon as you go in this door, that is the end of the demo. And it tells you your time, how many you killed, your deaths. Those 4 icons make me think 4 big bosses, right? But then, you know, are there only 4 areas with 4 bosses each? Because that would be kind of short. That would be kind of a letdown for me, even for $15. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens when the game comes out. I might do a Let's Play on it. It depends on my skill at the game, basically. Probably. But yeah, so keep an eye on this. Check out the free demo if you'd like. Pick it up if you think it's something you'd be interested in. I really can't emphasize how much I like this demo. It's awesome. And I hope you guys think it's as awesome as I do. But so yeah, check it out. As you can see there, April 14th. That's 2 days from when I'm recording this, probably 1 day from when I put this up. And yeah. So, thank you for watching this pre-release demo footage here with me. If you liked the video, and I hope you did, please consider leaving a like, clicking that like button. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about the game, if you're going to pick it up or not. If you would like to see more content like this, you know, one-off videos about stuff that maybe isn't out yet, or just came out, and just kind of a little introduction video and my thoughts on it, my first impressions. Definitely give me some feedback. Let me know what you like and don't like, and if you would like to see more of this, maybe this kind of content, and more of my regular content, go ahead and hit subscribe. Thank you very much for, once again for watching and listening to my rambling, and have a good one. Bye.